Nerul to South Bombay in 20 minutes. The Mumbai Port Trust or MbPT is planning a catamaran service from Ferry Wharf to Nerul and Mandwa very soon. What is this service all about? How is it going to benefit you and me? Take a look. Well, I'm here at the Ferry Wharf, or the Baucha Dhaka as it's popularly known. What's interesting about this place, you ask? Well, it's going to have a catamaran service or the roll-on roll-off service very soon. Let's find out what it's all about. You've probably lived your life in Mumbai, never been here. This is Baucha Dhaka or the Ferry Wharf. It is what made Mumbai the gateway to India and is soon set to undergo a makeover. The Mumbai Port Trust has exciting plans lined up for this stretch of land and sea. This includes a catamaran service to ferry you and your car all the way from Ferry Wharf to Nerul in Navi Mumbai or Mandwa near Alibag in 20 minutes flat. The Port Trust also plans to build a terminus building next to it with recreational facilities, a marshalling yard with space to park up to 120 cars, and a flyover to ease access to the port. Also in the works is a terminal for leisure cruises. While each catamaran will be able to accommodate 40 to 50 cars, it is said to have a speed of 29 knots and will be run by Maharashtra Maritime Boat through an operator. The terminal at Nerul is going to be funded by CIDCO and the terminal at Mandwa will be funded by MMB. Well, wouldn't you kill to stay in a place with a view like this? Now, this plan proposed by the MbPT is not only going to ease traffic in this area, which is such a big problem, but will also affect property prices in the surrounding areas. While Nerul is already becoming a hotspot for home buyers, Mandwa is still a second home destination and mostly a land market. Property prices in Nerul range between 10,000 rupees per square foot to 14,000 rupees per square foot. Mandwa, however, which is largely a land market, ranges around 25 lakh rupees per gunta. The Port Trust hopes to complete the project by 2017. The work, however, is yet to begin on ground. The proposed 150 crore iconic terminus building by the MbPT will come up right behind me at Ferry Wharf in place of the Indian Coast Guard. Now, of course, the catamaran service or the roll-on roll-off service will also be started right here at Ferry Wharf all the way to Nerul and Mandwa. Now, all of this sounds like a breeze, doesn't it? It really isn't. Remember, this is only a memorandum of understanding that's been signed by MbPT with the state government, and all of this proposal is still on paper. Now, the 2016 deadline that's been set by the MbPT still seems far-fetched. Alright, I also caught up with the Deputy Chairman of the Mumbai Port Trust, Yasodhan A Wanage, and asked him how this move will boost connectivity in the area and when we can expect it to kick off. Take a look.
So, the first component, that is marine facilities and marshalling facilities, the tender is out in October 2015. The terminal building we have started the tendering process in September 2015, and by November we will be starting the tendering process for our flyover. The cost wise, the flyover is around 33 crore estimated value of that. Terminal building, which is passenger facilities, which will be around 80 crores approximately. And the marine facilities, the cost of the entire marine facilities and marshalling land, those facilities will be around 40 crores. The rough estimate is around 2 years. So, by 2017 end, we want to complete the facilities, and the catamaran or the ferry service should start by that time.
Talking about the terminal itself, what is the size of the land that it's being constructed in?
We are talking about around 20,000 square meter land. This is marshalling yard, out of which 5,000 will be given for this terminal building.
Now, traffic is one other problem in the area itself, because now with terminals coming up, with the commercial building coming up, how do you plan on easing traffic in the area?
Yeah, flyover is specifically designed, and Mumbai Port Trust will be spending money on building that flyover in order to give an exclusive access to the user of this Ro-Ro Pax facility. There will be an exclusive access given to new ferry wharf by this flyover.
Alright, the big question that we're all asking here is how much appreciation can we expect from this area in the near future? To give us more perspective on the impact of this move on the Nerul and Mandwa property market, I have Ashutosh Limai, Head Research at JLL, joining me. Thank you so much for joining us, Mr. Limai. My first question to you, what is your outlook on property prices in Nerul and Mandwa going forward?
Today, projects in Nerul command rates between 10,000 and 12,500 rupees a square foot. Some prime ones which are on the Palm Beach stretch command as high as about 14,000 rupees a square foot. I think this rate is going to go up when there is concrete evidence of this water transportation project getting implemented. That is the time when projects here will get substantial appreciation. Till the time it will be fairly speculative, and given that today we have a lot of supply in that area, particularly in the secondary markets, I don't think prices will move too sharply till the time people get convinced that yes, this water transportation project is going to start in next few days or weeks. Whereas Mandwa is seen very little activity because it's principally a land market and a second home destination. We don't see too many property sales here, and people are holding on to their land assets in anticipation of a good time ahead.
But tell us, do you see any price appreciation at all going forward in Nerul and Mandwa?
I think Nerul will certainly add to his attractiveness index in terms of first home destination. It already is. I think that position is going to get further strengthened because of this fast and efficient transportation. Mandwa, I think it's slightly futuristic. Mandwa needs to build its own social infrastructure first before it can attract people to consider it as a first home destination.
Alright, Mandwa is slightly futuristic, but both the markets are likely to benefit in the near future. Thank you so much for joining us, Mr. Limai, on Magic Picks Now.